Ziggity Zig back with more tales from the ladder. This is one sent out into us from Bomdagor on Overgrowth, going up against Anne. Anne? Yeah, let's go with Anne. Who is of the Rising Hordes. Okay, nice clan tag. Bomdagor going clanless at the moment, but this is yet another PvT. I think we had a PvT yesterday, actually, now that I'm realizing. And it's even more ridiculous because when I say yesterday, I actually mean I recorded it 5 minutes ago. So you guys are getting it a day off, and you can actually kind of forgive me for forgetting what the races were, but actually it was 5 minutes ago, so that's near unforgivable. Looking over the worker supply, it does look like Anne is probably going to do a basic wall off there. Yep, okay, and Bomdagor is keeping his first supply lawn really close to his base, so both going pretty standard. Gonna see no ridiculous cheese going on here. Almost expecting a one-gate expand from Bomdagor, but going up against Terran, I guess that's just not a thing that he do. Do he do, or do he don't? We'll see what happens eventually, and is going to make a gateway just up the top of the ramp. Bomdagor is probably going to pop the... or not a gateway, but a barracks, that's the thing. Bomdagor makes a gateway and then goes out for a scout on 13. Very safe maneuver there, but when you see the 14, we're going to find out how many gases everyone takes. 1 gas for Anne. How many gases for Bomdagor? Taking a look up at the production tab, still working on approximately the exact same... Yep. Bomdagor just ahead in 2 assimilators for Bomdagor. So early mothership core for good defense, because then by the time anything gets dropped in your base, you have enough energy on your mothership core to hit up the photon overcharge. Here's the first barracks finishing up. Bomdagor is getting up the hill, and we'll see. Yep, fairly basic. Heading in with a second barracks in behind that. Bomdagor does not bother going over to see what is going on with the gas there. Just manages to catch a close peak of gas. So is now going to try to escape. Nope. Does also see the reactor going down, which is curious. I wonder if Anne is going to change over and maybe cancel that. Make a tech lab? Nope. No tech lab, just reactor. Sing first, read later. There's the high five going on in the middle of the map. Just there, another supply depot to finish off the wall here for Anne. Mule's coming down with the energy off of the orbital command that Anne didn't manage to make there. Cybernetics core is blocking off this part of the mining field of Bomdagor, just in case of Hellions, so you want to make sure that you kind of lock off most of the foot traffic. You're still susceptible to drops, but not near quite as much if the enemy doesn't have any mobility in your base. This is a curious development. This is Lone... Wait. This Lone Zealot is just going to run across the field, all on his lonesome, feeling pretty good about himself. What's this down here? Oh no, he's just going to the Zelnaga Tower. But Anne is trying to hide a unit. Ooh, I see. It's sort of a 4-gate charge, but with no forward pylon, nor with any... Or with any probe out to actually make anything like that. Anne is sitting in here waiting for a good time to scan, or probably just keeping an eye on the expansion. Meanwhile, back in Anne's base, we have just 2 barracks. I got the tech lab is making, what was that, concussive shells? It is concussive shells. So just trying to get through on that. Bomdagor taking 2 units in here just to have a look and see what he can do, but for whatever reason, Anne was sitting back in behind things. Probably going to pick off a zealot? Maybe? Oh, those beefy zealots. Look at that guy go. Makes it out alive. Well done, sir. Army supply is still pretty even, mostly insofar that Bomdagor is getting enough. Just off of enough supply off of this sentry being done, because the units are worth a little bit more. There we go. So now that Anne started making a few more units, there's that factory that we were looking for in that last game. I mean, 16 minutes. 16 minutes and no factory. That was nutty. In the engineering bay in behind for the tech. So this is what's going to spell a little bit of danger for Bomdagor, is his opponent is starting into the sort of tech side of things. Now what you'd expect to see from Bomdagor as a result, once he was not able to get in there, is either an expansion. I'm expecting either an expansion or a forge, or upgrades or economy. Does have the money for either. You see what's going on now. It's going to get another round of warpins, which is cool. to just not taking advantage of those probes. I mean, the probes could have made a forward pylon, would have made, you know, warp gate would have timed easily with a 3-gate expansion. You could warp in, get some pressure on with the 3 gates. Meanwhile, I'm just not going to wait for Bomdagor to do anything anymore. We got this engineering bay has not got much going on at the moment. It's a robotics facility. Alright, so we see the robotics facility up there in Bomdagor's base. The starport is on its way down. Still no upgrades right now out of, well, there's a stim pack going on out of the tech lab, but no upgrades out of the engineering bay. I find that kind of strange. So Bomdagor is going to go for 4-gate robo facility, 1 base maneuver. Not so much in that, oh, what are you doing? He asks. Well, I made a 4-gate and I forgot to do a pylon, forward pylon, so now I'm just kind of making a robotics facility and trying to decide whether or not to expand. I wish I had a control A so I could find out how much bigger than my army yours is. So here comes and come down here and check things out. Hoping to catch you off Garf. Off Garf. Oh, he's gonna catch people off Garf. Getting an immortal. Alright, so he did see, I believe he saw, no, he only saw the reactor, so he didn't know he was up against Marauders just yet. There's the expansion. So still no forge yet. Hope you succeed. Friendly guy. So Bomdagor keeping his army up here on the top, just in case, you know, if a bunch of Marines wander in here, you're going to keep all your dudes up here at the top of the ramp. Yes, you're going to lose this, but you can cancel the Nexus. And retreat up the hill. Nothing killed, nothing lost, nothing going on. The army supply is very, very similar. The income is, well, it's actually a bit more in Anne's favor. To what? Turn down for Ehad. But that is going to change a little bit. So if you look down at what Anne is seeing, Anne is still not seeing this expansion down here, but he is boosting out these units, which is going to be interesting because he's going to come across there. If these stalkers stay exactly where they are, that medevac is going to get completely destroyed. So while the expansion does happen, and no, Bomdagor's now just moving his army slightly out of range. Neither of them really see each other, so this medevac is going to come through here and possibly make it out alive. Bomdagor's just waiting to move his army a little further up because he probably wants to have like a pylon here and a pylon there. This is when Anne is going to spot things. Nope. And there goes the medevac. Oh, dropping right here in the natural. That was a poor decision. That did not go well. Lost his scouting SCV and everything, but now he knows that that is a full base. And now he knows that he needs to maybe try to get another way around here, but I think what's coming out of the robotics facility other than, no, it's just the Immortals right now, so Anne doesn't know that he is up against Immortals currently. Anne is also going to take an expansion. The army supply is actually, well, slightly in Anne's favor, mostly because of the dudes who are in the medevac, so they are slightly split up. Here comes the Zealot just to check out what is going on. And just run past. Hey guys, how's it going? Don't mind me. The units do not come out of the medevac, interestingly enough, so that may be a mistake there where they may even stay in the medevac for now. Oh no, wait. Anne's going to boost and drop again, so he's going to try to move wrong. There is the photon overcharge. Bomdagor moves his entire army out of position. Drops a Widow Mine, another Widow Mine. And now Bomdagor's going to move in here. I don't think he is yet to have any form of detection. I think he's going to start working on detection right now. Thermal lands. The Colossus does not last very long, but this is pretty much it now for all of Bomdagor's army supply. Where's the rest of his army? They're all slowly being created right now. There's another set of units just there, but these Widow Mines down here, that is just absolute destruction. The problem is that even with this photon overcharge, Bomdagor's not able to see these Widow Mines, and there comes an observer. It's on the way. It's being boosted out right now. It's just not going to be fast enough. I don't think the army supply is still pretty heavy right now for Anne. But what is happening up here, actually? It's just a couple of Zealots moved their way into Anne's base. Didn't even notice that. And now Anne needs to rush back, but the bad news bears there for Bomdagor is Anne is left behind 4. Nope. 4 Widow Mines, but they're getting taken out. So now if you look down here, the workers kill. Bomdagor kills 21 workers with those 2 zealots. I'm almost tempted to go back and have a look at that. But here are 3 more. Oh, and it's the War Prism over here to the right. And Bomdagor is still managing to do quite a lot of damage up here to the side. Trying to move his workers back and forth up here. He finally has an observer at the door, but now these 3 stalkers, had they moved a little closer over here, they probably would have been able to pick off a number more units before they were able to get surrounded entirely. So now Bomdagor's going to want... There we go. And the War Prism does realize what's going on there. And 23 workers killed. That's just crazy sauce, because now if you look at the income, it is, well, it's still in Anne's favor, but that's only because of mules, and mules are just doing what mules do. So Bomdagor's got a Zealot over here and a War Prism over here, so he's almost kind of maybe a little bit protected, but not fully. That was just it was a pretty deft maneuver where I think he ran out the scouting, a couple of scouting Zealots, or had at least a War Prism out around the back, and that's what got a couple of Zealots in. So Anne did not have much in the way of defense in the main base here. Is now trying to defend it currently, but still not really... Oh, we're sending all our guys down there. Oh my god, just 10? 10? 10's bad. 10's bad, okay. Getting enough gas. So the income is, now that all those are destroyed, yes, that's just not going to do it. Not going to do it. 31 over 23. It's actually not that far out in front for Bomdagor, but he did lose a couple. But he mostly lost this one Nexus. But the Nexus is just about to pop back in, and Bomdagor does have enough to start working on a few more units, but I'm not sure where he's going to go tech-wise, because I think he lost his Forge. He's going to get the Forge back to start working on those again, and it's Combat Shield and Infantry Shields as an upgrade now for Anne. Bomdagor going in there with another Lone Zealot is going to wander in and just wreck. How much is he going to wreck? Is he going to wreck things? Did he get any kills? Nope, didn't get any kills. That's a shame. Another drop right now for Anne, so he's going to move in here as well. This is yet another pylon for whatever reason, but there's nothing up here for Bomdagor. So if this lands up here in the top corner of his base, ooh, I don't like how this is going to go. So he does see that. Can't really do much against it. Here comes his army. Does he have a Mothership Core? Where's the Mothership Core? It's not quite in place. It's not where he wants it to be. Bomdagor trying to sneak in another few units over there. He's force fielding it behind this. The problem with the force field is that's not going to allow him to chase these medevacs outside of his base. So he did lose. He didn't lose too much there. Still only lost 3 workers, which isn't too bad. But he did lose a pylon. Not a big deal. Because again, look at the number of supply depots that Anne is ahead currently. There's this 3rd base is going to move down over here. On the left, the War Prism is coming in here and wreaking havoc once again, just tearing through all of these workers. 2 Zealots once more, getting in there, having their way with things. This War Prism is probably going to fall because there's just too many units down here at the moment. 8 moved Zealots are, taking care of business. But that's enough of that one War Prism, which just was not able to reinforce the remainder of those troops. I'm wondering, how many gates does Bomdagor have at the moment? He still only has the 4, but he does have extended thermal lance, working on charge, fair enough. So charge lots going in there is definitely pretty awesome. Lost the forge up here on this side again, so probably gateways is the better idea. Pop up over here on this side of things, keeping the gas low and the minerals low. But if you look at the income tab once more, it's still kind of similar, because even with the devastating loss of all of the SCVs for Anne, Bomdagor not quite drone, well, I wouldn't say drone up, but probe up. Probe up sounds, that sounds dirty. And now he's running those dudes. There we go. So he's got all the spaces moving back here to the front. So now Anne is just having to check and see if he can see where Bomdagor's base is, and since they're all kind of sitting back at home, he's going to move out his troops to defend, take a frontal position here and move some SCVs around so that he can continue maximizing his economy just there. Worker supply isn't too far out in front, but he's pretty much fully maxed, or fully mined out on his main base there, but the army supply tells a different story. Because it does, it's still remarkably even though the income is, whoa, that's a lot of mules. So that's what happens when you have too much energy and not quite enough time. So it's going to be Vikings And Bio, Medivacs, couple of Widow Mines just here and there. I think, yeah, just 2. Going up against the Colossus, Protoss, Death Ball. I'm not seeing any, and it's going to be... Did I see... Oh, the Templar Archives. So I might see some Archons in here, or at least just some feedback on the Medivacs. Charge is researched. Blink is not researched, so we do have charge lots, but with nothing else. But going up against a couple... If there are any Vikings in here, this is why you want to have a number of Stalkers in there. Maybe not so much Blink Stalkers is too important. And now, yep, there we go. So with this forward pylon, Bomdagor is going to run up here with a couple of charge lots, and they're going to move in against this bunker, which may not be the best maneuver there, possibly, but with another A move, and he runs right back over towards this bunker. So it does not even lose the bunker, I don't think. Oh, no, it does lose the physical structure of a bunker, but does not do all that much else beyond. Units killed and workers killed is very interesting, where it does seem to be kind of Bomdagor favored at the moment. If we look over in the EPM, it's pretty similar. There we go. Storm is on the way, but 2 Archons are also on the way. So just kind of looking at army size. But now, Ann does scan this and see what he's up against once again, and just decides, yep, let's go. I've got Vikings. Vikings will take care of these guys. So 2 Vikings up against... How many Colossus do we have? Just 3 Colossus thus far. No more Colossus currently being made, because Bomdagor really needs to start getting this 3rd base really rolling. There's nothing going on here in the main base, but these 2 are pretty well saturated. Things can continue on from there. These units, Bomdagor's army is slowly moving around, but yep, they're not really going to find much, because Ann's army is headed back to base. Turning tail between legs. Not worrying about things too much. Hopefully going to get everybody up here in the Medivacs. Maybe move out with some Vikings. Vikings and Medivacs all at the same time. Maybe a little bit, kind of, sort of. Still, with the more supply depots, despite the fact, actually, yeah, Anne is slowly maneuvering or finagling up towards where the supply cap is, and actually, yeah, supply depots on the way. There's only 1 on the way, but still making just a number more units. And here are just, I think we're at level 2, but that's level, yep, 2. So it'll be 2s across the board for both of these players at the moment. But no 2. I think that was ship levels 1. No +2 armor or shields right now for Bomdagor, but they are up against, he's up against 2/2 bio. Oh no, it is 1/1. So it's 1/1 +2 damage is on the way. There's another scan. Just so many scans coming in right now for Anne. But Anne is certainly winning the macro game at the moment, probably because the worker supply is not far ahead, but mules, definitely mules. 3 bases right now each, but that first base is completely mined out. Well, Bomdagor's base is completely mined out. He's not even worrying about it anymore, but Anne's base, he's still working on that, and then just the other 2 bases are slowly chipping away and moving all the minerals out of the bank account before the bank manager shows up in the morning and can do anything about it. You sort of sneak in, before things. You gotta ask the right person for the key, and then you say, hey, you got the key, you can let me in the back door, and then the key to the back door isn't quite the same shape as the front door. Going off on a tangent that I didn't totally mean to do. The 4th base on its way right now for Bomdagor, which is pretty awesome. Bomdagor is now accidentally moving just a couple of things across. There's a Hellbat across the map, and a couple more scans, and even here, up here on the high ground, yeah, Anne is questioning this. Yet another scan, but these Archons are going to wreck his bios today. I mean, if the Vikings can't get close enough, yes, that's going to be a thing. But I think, it might be a good idea for feedback. Keep bunching up all the units all together with these Archons. Everything just died so fast. That was a lot of units that just died there. And going up against, I think these are, these just became +2 Archons. So the +2 Archons pretty much just wrecked everything. 4, 5, 5. Went back towards Ann's base and pretty much, get into it at the same time. So over here on the left-hand side, Bomdagor managed to get a few more zealots into the base there. These Archons are just kind of fronting everything. The Colossus did go down because of those Vikings, but honestly, I don't think it's quite worth it. So now Bomdagor's trying to counterattack here, where Anne does have a lot of troops and units, but Bomdagor needs to keep making these Templars. I think before the pylon, the usage here would be to just get a few more units out over there on the cooldown, get a number more gateways, because, there are a number of gateways on their way, but and completed. It's not quite as many as I would expect when you meet. Here comes the remainder of Bomdagor's army, and now he's actually limited and to the main base, which has very, very little in it. Yep, there we go. We're down to 300 mineral right now, or doesn't even count per generic chronological cycle. There we go. Happy generic chronological cycle day. Yay, it's calendar year Gregorian cycles. Sounds like an exercise class. So the that was kind of handy there. I guess there isn't. Oh yeah, the observer is just barely getting out on the edge. You see the wheel noise. The charge lots came in against, and Anne doing a good job beating these troops over here. But Anne now is really just on the one base. The army supply has once again diminished for Bomdagor. But look at the amount of money that Bomdagor has going on there. Anne is going to try to bounce out and recover from this somehow, probably due to the fact that Bomdagor just doesn't have all of the units that he needs on the board right now. Is going to continue to make a few more units. Really, I mean, you just want to fill this with gateways right at this point, because the problem there, I think, is that Bomdagor has 4, 5, yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7. Was there another one I saw? 7. It is 7 gate Colossus. 7 gate and Colossus, so it's just, yeah, more gates, and now here comes the boost. Anne's coming in here to take care of the remainder of his tech. This is gonna hurt just a little bit. That means +3 is being researched. That was enough. But next, you have a +2. There is the time warp. These Archons are not able to get quite close enough. There is feedback on that medevac. And decides when to cut and run. Moves his troops out of there. Here coming just a number more units. It's going to be Zealots again, so the charge lots again coming in for Bomdagor. Meanwhile, up top, you've got this observer over here, and is just taking a look and knowing what's going on. So Anne decides, no, I'm not going to stay right there. This is quite possibly the worst place to choose a base. There we go. Now we got three gates on the way. But here comes Anne again, just continuing on this merciless harassment. And I believe Bomdagor's troops are, yep, they're just a little bit out of range there, but Anne's going to try again, bringing them down here to this part of the base. But I think these Archons and charge lots, they are going to be able to get through here and work their way through all of the defenses of Anne, and it's going to be another funny base race. Wow, 2 funny base races, 2 funny PVTs in a row, which is kind of intriguing. With a little bit of a difference there, but the Archons really made a huge difference, and I think not quite enough to be able to do something about that. But now we see that the worker supply is actually evened up. So aside from this one base over here, this base is being completely obliterated by Bomdagor. The economy is being harassed to death by Anne. He's only got just a number of troops left. Here come just a few more troops on their way in. Sadly, these charge lots are not able to do anything about the medevacs in the way. And it's starting to move all the buildings out of here. Well, that's not going to do much against the supply depots. Here come the units again, and they're going to run down the hill. And it's going to load back in. Kind of 5 worker supply right now, but if you look at how much Bomdagor's got in behind this, there's quite a bit. And now there's feedbacks, not quite enough, and you want to have some, a couple of stalkers in behind that working as well, but there's not enough energy to heal them all, is the problem there, and it's completely out of supply depots at the moment, so fully supply blocked, and I don't think it's going to be able to get back in this game. There are 5 supply depots on the way right now for Anne, but up to the 124 army, and Anne finally decides, yep, that's done, because Bomdagor finally found this base up here in the top left. Whew, leave me a comment down below, send me an email, ziggityzig@gmail.com. You can follow me on Twitter @ziggityzig. If you have a funny, interesting, crazy, wacky, norm-tastical game, you can send it to me in some way, shape, or form, and I will cast it over here on Tales from the Ladders. Stay tuned.